Hello everyone, welcome to this video on an overview of fee module in IFW Campus ERP 2.0. During this video, you will have a look and feel about the product. Let's have a look at the dashboard of this module. On the dashboard, all the forms are shown on a single page. In order to take the fees from the students, you have to meet some of the prerequisites of this module, like the master data should be complete. First of all, you have to create the fee heads. The fee heads are those in the name of which you are taking the fees from the students. Like it can be tuition fees, it can be development fees, it can be caution money, it can be hostel fees, security money, late fees, or any other charges that have been charged on the student. The form is divided into three parts: search, listing, and the form itself. All the existing records will be listed under the listing section, and if you wish to search any record, you can use these filters to search those records. So this is how the listing section will show you searched record. If you wish to edit it, you can click on this record, the details will get open and you can edit and save the record. If you want to add any new record, click on add new and select the fields provided here. Add a new record, suppose university fund. Now the students will be paying some amount in the name of university fund. You can give a fee code, whether it will be a local fund like tuition fees, development fees, that all come under local fund, and the university fees or university charges or the fund which is going to be submitted in the university, that all go under university fund. Select the head for whether it is for general fees, whether it is for transport fees, whether it is related to hostel fees, mess fees, miscellaneous fees, etc. The university fees comes under the general fees. You can give a head priority, like this head should be given priority at the time of auto adjustment of amount, whether it is applicable one time or each time the student has to pay, whether it is a default head, whether it will be refundable, like caution money is refundable but university fees are not. It can be customized, whether it is an income or liability. All fees comes under income. The fees which is refundable like caution money comes under liability. So university fees comes under income section. Click on save. So this is how we created a new fee head. Once the fee heads are created, we have to create a fee plan. The fee plan allows you to enter the amount for each fee head. For example, we just have a look at the already created fee plans, and we will also have a look at how the new fee plans are created. All the fee heads are listed here along with the installments. You can have a look at the fee heads: tuition fees and its amount, RTU fees and its amount, caution money and its amount. So this is how we have entered the amount for various fee heads. And we have also defined that in how many installments the student has to pay the amount. Let's create a new fee plan. Select the session, college, course period. Whether you want to create the fee plan for an annual course, you have to select yearly. Whether the course is semester based like half yearly course, just select half yearly. The maximum classes can be 4. For master degree courses there are 4 classes, and for bachelor degree courses there are 10 classes in the selected database which we are using. Select the course. Give a plan name. For example, VR 2019. When you will click on this arrow button here, the installments will be generated according to the maximum classes. See, the maximum classes are 10. By default, we have generated one installment, per semester. So we got 10 installments. If you want to add more installments, like you want your students to pay fee in 2 installments, you can use this button to create a new installment here. Like in first semester, the student has to pay the fee in 2 installments. Enter the last date. What will be the last date for the payment? Select the heads, tuition fees, development fees, caution money. The student has to pay 3 amount in each semester. So this is how each installment has been selected with these 3 fee heads. In first semester, students are allowed to pay the fee in 2 installment. In all rest semester, the student has to pay fee in 1 installment, as we have made the entries. Now when you will click on prepare sheet, according to the selected installments, you will get a table to enter your amount. You can see the fee heads here, the class name here, and the installment names in the middle. For first semester, we have 2 installments, and for all other semester, 1 installment each. Put your amount here. What is the amount for tuition fees? And the category. For general category, for lead category, lead will be those students who are getting the admissions from diploma to degree kind of students in 3rd semester. So their amount will be entered in 3rd semester. For REAP students, the students who have got the admission through REAP. So what would be the tuition fee amount for them? You have to enter the amount according to the fee category. Now what is the RTU development fees? Development fees has to be entered here. For all other categories also you have to enter the fee amount for the selected fee head. What is the caution money? So this is how you can enter the amount. If it is same, you can just drag it like this, and here if it is same, you can drag the records like this. Once you have entered the records, just click on save in order to save the record. We have provided you with the delete button also. If you want to delete the record, you can delete it from here. The new record BR 2019 has been added here. If you wish to delete it, you can delete it from here. At the time of deletion, the record shows you that how many relations or entries you have already made into the record. Still, if you want to delete it, just click on confirm delete and the record will be deleted from ERP. We are working on the master sections only. Moving on to the master sections comes the late fees settings. The late fees settings allow you to charge any late fee amount due to any reason on the students. If the student has not paid the fees on time, what will be the late fee amount charged on the student? For example, we select a fee plan and the class level. Click on fill. What is the minimum amount that you would be charging after the last date? The last date we defined into the fee plan. At the time of entering the installments, fee heads and amount, we also entered the last date. What will be the minimum amount? Let's say it is 50 rupees. And what will be the maximum amount? You will be charging 50 rupees, but you will not exceed your amount beyond 500. Whether it will be a one-time payment or the daily payment. For example, the 30th September was the last date, and if the student pays the fees on 1st October, he or she has to pay 50 rupees if you have charged it daily. If the student pays on 2nd October, the amount goes to 100. On 3rd, it goes to 150. On 4th, it goes to 200, so on and so forth if you have selected the daily option. If you have selected one time, it will be applicable one time. If you have selected monthly, like the student has to pay 50 rupees for 1 month, 50 rupees for another month, next 50 for another month. Like in October, the student has to pay 50, in November, the student has to pay 100, then 150 and so on. It increases monthly. So this is how late fee settings are made. Now if you want to charge it separately on separate categories, you can do that. Like general students will be paying 50 rupees, REAP students will be paying 30 rupees, and the NEET category students will also be paying 50 rupees. So this is how your settings will be applicable on the students. These fee plans that have been created, now these fee plans are going to apply on the students. These fee plans you can apply on the student in two ways, either from student registration as it was shown in previous video at the time of registration itself, or using this form. Select the student from here, select the fee category, fee session, and select the fee plan, that which fee plan will be applicable on this student. According to the selected fee plan, the details will be fetched here, that what will be the amount for each head. These amounts will flow as per the selected fee plan. If you want to add any other further details, you can use this button. You can enter the last date separately. You can enter the amount here. Select the fee head, for which fee head this will be applicable, like admit card fee, and click on add. So it will be added along with the selected or fetched details. Click on save in order to save the record for this particular selected student. So this is how you can apply a fee on a particular student using the fee module. Now fee discounts. If you want to give the discount to any particular student on the defined fee plan, you can use this fee discount form. What you have to do is just click on add new. You'll get the details here. Select the campus, college, course, class. Select the particular student to whom you wish to give the discount. Suppose I selected this student, Maths. According to the defined fee plan, all the fee amount as per the fee heads have been fetched. What you have to do is just enter the discount amount. 45,500 is the hostel fees, but your institute is giving a discount of rupees 5,000 to this student. So this will be the discount offered to this student, and the approver name will be coming here. Select the approver who has approved this discount and click on save. So the student will be getting an amount of 5,000 rupee discount on this form. Check the message which are shown at the top. Discount must be less than or equal to the amount, and date should be defined. So the amount we have already defined for the discount. We have to give a discount date. What is the discount date? And the discount reason also. Let it be a scholar discount. And just click on save. The record will be saved successfully, and at the time of fees, this discount will also be fetched. Now let's have a look at the fee deposit. The fee deposit form allows you to take the fees from the students. In the form section, the first form, fee deposits. Select the student from here. As per the selected fee plan, you can see which plan is applicable to the student, what is the fee category of the student, what is the due amount of the student. The things are visible here. Select the first installment. According to the selected fee plan, you'll get the details here. If any discount is applied to the student, that can also be visible here. Let's check out for the student to whom we have provided the discount. From the fee discount form, we will see to which student we have provided the discount. We have provided the discount to the student Max Manning. We'll check out the fees for the student. Go to the form section. fee deposit. Select the student from here. First, I'll search the student using the student name. Then we will select the student. See, in the hostel fees was 45,500 and the 5,000 discount amount we have entered. This discount amount is getting reflected here and the new amount is 40,500. So this is how the fees reflections are shown. In the mode section, I'll select the deposit if I wish to take the deposit. If you want to take the challan, you can select it from here. If you want to refund the fee, or you want to take the extra fee, or you want to make an advance deposit, each and every mode is available here. First, we will look at the deposit section. Select the installment. According to the installment, the fee will be reflected here. Select the section from here, that how you want to take the fees. If you want to take the fees in cash, see, the total receipt amount has been reflected here along with the late fees. If you want to waive off the late fees, you have to click here. A waive off request will be sent. See, the late fees waive off request has been sent to the authorized person. And this late fees can be waived off using this form, waive off late fee, which we will look on later. Simply click on deposit if the amount has been taken in cash. Select another student. Now let's have a look at how challan are generated. Select the option for challan. Select the fee amount for which you want to generate a challan. The details will be fetched here. Click on generate in order to generate a challan. So this is how your challan will be generated. One will be a bank copy, another one will be a college copy, proctor copy and student copy are also generated. So this is how your challan has been generated in 4 copies. We have certain other modes also other than deposit, challan. We can make the advance entry for the students, like select the company from here. What is the mode you want to, whether auto or manual. Select on total received. What is the total received amount that you are getting as advance? Let's say it is a 2,000 rupee amount which has been received. Click on deposit. So a 2,000 advance receipt will be generated. This is how fee receipts are generated. If you want to refund any fee amount, you can select the mode as refund. All the deposited amount will be shown to you. Select the amount which you want to refund. For example, you want to refund this tuition fees. If you want to refund complete amount, just select the head. If you don't want to refund the complete amount, you can edit the amount here. Suppose you have received an amount of 33,500 but you want to refund only 30,000 amount. So put the amount here. The amount has been shown here as 30,000. When you click on refund, this amount will be refunded and a refund receipt will be generated. It is a refund receipt. Let's have a look at some other payment modes also. We have checked the deposit, the advance deposit, challan, refund. Suppose you want to take some extra fees from the student. Other than the general defined fees as per the selected fee plan, you want to take some other amount also which has not been defined in the masters. You want to take the RTO amount as 500 and admit card fees as 500. So this 1000 rupee amount has been received. If you want to receive the amount in cash, you can do that. If you want to receive the amount in check, you have to enter the check and DD details. Same you can do for general fees also in the deposit mode. Select the date. Select or enter the check number. Select the bank, check amount and the deposit bank. which the check will be deposited. It is your bank, the institute's bank. Select the check status, whether it is pending or cleared, and click on deposit. So this amount as an extra fee has been deposited and the payment mode is check. Let's have a look at the payment mode deposit when the amount has been deposited in check. You can select the date, enter the check number, select the bank. This is the bank of the check which has been provided to you. Select the amount. Let it be 33500. Now this deposit in this bank is your bank in which you have the account. It means the institute has the account. Select the check status from here and click on deposit. If the check status has been selected here as cleared and we are clicking on deposit, a receipt is getting generated. But while making the entries, if you select your check status as pending, it means your check is pending and yet to be submitted and yet to be cleared. Then we move on to the receipt manager. Here you can check the receipt details of the students. Suppose I select that student Max for whom we have made certain deposits. So all the receipts deposited by the students will be listed here. Select the students. Now you can generate a duplicate receipt from here. You can cancel this receipt and you can also delete this receipt. There is a difference between cancel and delete. If you cancel this receipt number will be kept into your records and you cannot use this receipt number again. If you delete this receipt number will be freed and you can use this receipt number further in the manual mode. Going back to the fee deposit, we will see some more features that this form is providing to us. Fee deposits. Select the student. You can check the old deposits of the students from here, that how much amount the student has already deposited. For example, the development fees. Let's have a look at here. The development fees, the head amount was 5,000. No discount was provided to the student and the complete 5,000 have been deposited by the students and the payment mode was cash. So this is how you can check the old deposits made by the students. Going further, the tuition fees was defined as 33,500, no discount given and the complete amount was deposited by the student and the payment mode was cash. You can check the fee status from here, that what was the fee amount, how much discount was given to the student and how much amount has been deposited by the student and what amount is still due from the student's side. If you want to schedule certain records, you can schedule it from here. Go back to the due amount. We can have a look at the fee amount. Select the amount from here. Let's take this amount in the check. Put the date. Put the check number. Select the bank of the check that you have received. Select the amount. Input the amount rather. Select your bank and let the status be pending. Let's see what happens with this pending status. Click on deposit. A receipt will be generated. Give the receipt to the student. The receipt number is 48. We have completed a step here. Now we will move on to the receipt number. Let's see what happened to this receipt because the status of this receipt is pending. Using this receipt manager form, you can handle all your pending records like the check amount that is pending, the challan that is pending. Select the status pending and and click on search, you will get all your pending records from here. You can see whether it is a check or a challan. If it is a check amount, select it and you can change the status whether the check has been cleared or bounced. You can change the status as cleared or bounced. If the check has been cleared, put a clearance date on which date the check has cleared and click on clear. And if the check is bounced, click on bounce. I'm clicking on cleared. So this check has been cleared and the receipt has been updated. Similarly, for the challan amount, we can do that if the challan is pending. Select it, give a confirmation date on which date the challan has been confirmed and click on confirm. So this challan has been confirmed and a receipt will be generated for this. You want to set a deposit limit for any student. This form allows you to give the relaxation to the selected students or particular students due to any particular reason. Go to the fees, go to the deposit limit. Select the student to whom you want to give the relaxation in fees. Select the student, suppose I selected the student and click on fill. The fee plan applied to him will be fetched and according to the fee plan, give the amount that you, in the overall fee, you want to give the relaxation of rupees 5,000 to the student and click on save. So this is how we provided the relaxation in terms of amount. Now, this form also allows us to give the relaxation in overall fee in terms of percentage also. How we will do this? We will just select the student and using this option in percentage. This option allows us to give the relaxation in fees in terms of percentage. So the student is getting a 20% discount in the overall fees. So this is how the discounts are given or the fee relaxations are given in terms of percentage. Let's check the waive off option here. This option allows you to waive off the fee. The student has been charged 100 rupee fee as late fees. You want to waive off half of the fees. So you have to enter the amount, late fees after waived. So you have to enter the amount which will be charged after waiving off. And click on save along with the remark if you want to give. On the fee deposit form itself, you will get certain reports in Export Plus and in Report Plus. Export gives you the data which is listed under the listing section as it is, without any changes, without any modifications. On the other hand, Export Plus allows the user to modify the data as per the requirement. Suppose you want only the student scholar number, name, mobile number. Give a template name, student details and save the record. So this is how you will get your report. Only the selected records have been exported. The usefulness of saving the template is next time whenever you go to Export Plus, you will get your saved record here. It avoids your manual work. The fields have been already selected. You can just simply select the template and get your report directly. Now there is a feature Report Plus. This gives you certain reports like due reports and due reports in detail, deposit reports and deposit details, fee status reports, etc. Let's have a look at the fee deposit report and how it works. The function is similar to Export Plus. You can choose your desired fields like scholar number, student name, deposit date, total fee amount, total received amount, whether the amount was received in cash, check, will have a receipt number. So this is how we selected the fields as per our requirement and simply clicked on print. The report gives us the deposit details, that what was the total amount applicable on student, how much the student has deposited, and whether it was in cash or in check. You can save the template as we did in Export Plus by giving it a name like fee deposit report and click on this save button. Next time when you go to this report plus and to the deposit report, you will simply get your saved templates here with the fields selected, and you can take the report directly by using export button. This is how your reports will be generated with the required data. You can check the due reports also, that what amount was applicable on the student, how much the amount is due. For example, we selected the scholar number, student name, father's name, fee category. If you want to remove the fee category, you can do that. You can add the field as per your requirement, you can remove the field as per your requirement, like what was the total fee amount, how much discount was given, what was amount deposited, and how much amount is due. Click on select serial number or show serial number. Using this export, you can get a print. This report gives you the due details about the students along with some general details, that this much amount was applicable, no discount was given here, and no amount is deposited, so the complete amount is due. If we move to the downwards, we'll see that the amount applicable on the student was this 45500. The amount deposited is 15500. And the amount which is due is this. So this is how you will get or generate a due report. Using this, you can also check the fee status report. It will also give you some of the similar records. You can save the templates in Report Plus also, as we are doing earlier, like fee status report. I'm selecting a saved template which gives me the desired fields. What is the status of the fee? You can check it from here. We'll just select a course and class. Let's see what does this report is getting. So this is how a status report has been generated. This report has been generated as per the student. The student name has been shown at the top. The fee heads which are applicable to the student, the amount which was applicable to the student, the discount, if any, given to the student, the amount that is deposited by the student, and the due amount. So this is how complete fee status of a particular student is generated using this fee status report. All these three fields on each form, wherever you can see the Export Plus, Export, Report and Report Plus, are the dynamic fields that allow you to generate the reports as per your requirement. Now this was about masters and forms. If we talk about the reports, the same reports you'll be getting here also in the dynamic section. The same reports, due fee reports, deposit detail reports, and fee receipt reports. The templates have been saved here. Sample templates you'll be getting here, which have been already saved for the user reference. You can have a look at these templates and you can create your own templates accordingly. So this is how these dynamic features, that is IFW Campus ERP 2.0, is providing to the user in order to avoid reworks, in order to avoid manual works, and in order to maximize the speed and optimize the work. This was all about the fees module. Thank you.